Happy birthday to Rauta. It's been 4 years since this channel was started, and this time I'm gonna do a little bit of a recap what's going on, what has been done throughout the years and all that stuff. Now, originally I kind of a plan to do certain kind of a online birthday party, if you will, that is with a little bit of a cake and maybe some giveaway, but as it often is, things turn to dust. Sometimes because you're lazy, sometimes because things got forgotten and all that stuff. So let's keep it small time this time. What I'm gonna have here, however, is a beer in the middle of Friday afternoon. Cheers to you all who have been with the Rauta these years, or even months, weeks, days, hours. Cheers to you, cheers to you people. Now, I'm gonna try to make, once again, this rather short. It's not gonna be like fancy celebration and all. Just a little bit of a inside what's been going on, how the channel has changed throughout the years. Has it really? And give you a little bit of a recap of what's been going on lately. And that's pretty much of it. There is no big celebration, no big fancy ass program coming to you. Things are going as normal, reviews, interviews, things like that are happening as normal. Except that the interviews haven't been lately so much face-to-face, given that COVID is still here. Now, luckily enough, I got my first vaccination already this week. And we'll be getting another one during the summer, which means, in my opinion anyway, that it seems like these kind of fests and gigs and all kinds of events are possible near future, and that means more interesting events will come to you maybe as well, and also these kind of face-to-face interviews here on Rauta channel. But enough of that about future, more like what has been going on past 4 years since the channel started to exist. Now here on my YouTube studio site gives you a little bit of indication what is going on in the channel. Some of these are statistics or lists that you really can't see, but that's why I am here. Now, quickly taking a look what's going on in terms of public videos. There are obviously a lot of videos already done which are not yet public, that is reviews and even some interviews which are there to be released as soon as they're ready to be out there. And I have to have already a little bit planned because, you know, obviously I'm gonna also on vacation this summer as well, so I have to have a material planned so that when I'm away you will still get your daily dose of Rauta whether you want it or not. But first, let's take a look for the all over these videos. There are more than 1,200 videos all in all on Rauta channel. Sounds quite a lot in my opinion. Most of them are obviously review videos, but there are lots of other videos as well. And mind you, these playlist numbers are not exactly 100% accurate. Every now and then, because even I am a human being as well, you know, some of these get untagged. I mean, I forget to tag them properly, and some of these videos might be outside of the lists, but they should be like 99% accurate, pretty much, give or take. That means if we split these 1,257 videos into different categories, we will find about 40 classic reviews. Now, that is quite a small amount of reviews all in all, but that is only to be listed as because there is only one a month. That is 12 a year. So roughly 39 per 3 years means that 3 years or so there has been a monthly classic review. One of those so-called classic albums that I've decided to revisit for review purposes and tell you why you also should be taking a listen. Curiously enough, they're more popular than your average reviews. I mean, I kind of get it. They're of known bands, and as such, people have more relation to those than the ones that they haven't heard. I don't know, what always puzzles me is why would anybody care about my opinion about an album they have also heard a million times? Like, whether I'm talking about some Darkthrone or Slayer or, I don't know, Burzum Classic, somebody's going to listen to that rather than check out a new release. I don't know why, because for me, news value isn't exactly there. But hey, I'm not gonna say which kind of boxes you should be ticking. Whatever your rocks your boat, man, I'm cool with it. Interviews are roughly around 90. Actually, if we take a look at this another list which I have put here for you, I will probably go through this one. This actually shows a little bit more than that, which kind of shows the problem here. Some of these are not tagged. Anyway, I will get back to this list. That is anyway more than I had estimated, to be honest. Some of them are not actually band interviews. They're interviews by promoters and all that stuff. But overall, 90 interviews over 4 years. Well, more than I expected. That's roughly 2 a month, which is, like I said, better than I expected. But, I mean, if the world was perfect, I would be having an interview every possible week. But we're not there just yet anyway. Opinion videos, those are among the most popular ones and probably most debated ones. Obviously, I'm not expecting you to agree many of the things what I'm saying. They're just my opinion, not everybody else's. And because they're opinion videos, they're more subject to people disagreeing, people ready to converse about these topics, so as such controversial in a way. I mean, I could say blah 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 and you say no, it's not blah blah blah, it's blee blee blee. And that's the kind of a point here. I'm not here to lecture you how you should think about this and that, or how you should feel about this other thing. That is for you to decide, obviously. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Many have more than one, but you get the idea. That's how the saying goes anyway. Anyway, those opinion videos are roughly once a week. So 172 opinion videos should equal 170 weeks. And that is not totally accurate, because not every week there's probably an opinion video as such. Sometimes interviews and things like that overlap or take each other's place. And at least in the beginning, I didn't do opinion videos every week, because in the beginning anyway, there wasn't a daily video kind of a plan. Things just happened the way it did. Now, one of the latest addition actually from this series, this section called Workout. Some people have been asking me about my lifting, powerlifting and other things, and as such I decided to include them every now and then, mostly bi-weekly. I don't want to do them every week. First of all, it's kind of a pointless, it gets very repetitive, but there it is, because some people seem to like that stuff and ask me every now and then about my workouts. So only 9 of them have been released so far. More will be coming, and I try to do it bi-weekly anyway. Then there's some 18 stream videos, and you might be asking, what the hell are these? First of all, I did gaming streaming earlier on, and later on I have been doing those monthly Rauta streams for the past few months. That is usually the first weekend, Friday or Saturday of any given month, where I will be reacting and talking to you in real-time fashion. That is having 1 or 2 hour stream, roughly, give or take, and talking to you about this and that, mostly, however, answering your questions, which are usually interesting, but not always, and sometimes there will be occasional troll to visit the stream, which is totally okay. They keep the things more spicy. So 18 all in all, not too many, but give you an idea. Then there's this weird category, MISC, miscellaneous. 11 videos fall into this category, and they are videos like this. This isn't exactly an opinion video. This isn't definitely not an interview or review. It's more like a recap of this video. And some of those Ask Me Anything kind of videos fall also in this category. There might be a little bit overlapping, like some of these videos can go in multiple categories for obvious reasons. And as such, that is exactly that. So this is kind of the random box of things, which might not interest you at all, but some people might find it fascinating. And then there are these videos which are exactly what they are. AMA, Ask Me Anything. 28. I thought I had done like 6 of them or so. But anyway, 28 videos where I have been answering your questions. I haven't done them any lately, to be honest, because most of that happens with the streams. So there is not exactly so much demand for Ask Me Anything videos. But since you might have things you want to ask outside of those streams, feel free to send me questions, for example, under this video in the comment section. And I might do another Ask Me Anything video at some point. There was a time when I did those like once every 3 months, so basically 4 in a year, where I would be answering your questions. But lately they have been so scattered around different videos that I kind of forget to include them in Ask Me Anything kind of videos. It's more like, hey, when are you gonna do that Goat Moon review? Or, hey, can you review this and that? And those kind of questions basically don't make any sense in the Ask Me Anything, because they're not like so much timeless questions. It's more about like, hey, what's going on in the next few weeks or months? And about that Goat Moon interview, because some of you actually asked me that once again this week, that will take place whenever it's possible. Hopefully during some fest or gig this year, but who knows? It's not probably happening on Zoom anyway, but who knows? Then we have a few beer reviews, 14 exactly. Once again, I was thinking something like maybe 5 or 6, but I guess I've been doing them more than I can actually count for. And then we have a few unboxing videos. Not really something that happens too often, because mostly I unbox my mail. Like, for example, when I get a like vinyl shipment like this, I'll just unbox it right away, and there's no reason to make it a video. But sometimes I get this very big special box which kind of deserves its own attention. That's at least how I feel about it. And then that's when I do unboxing videos. But anyway, these are some of the categories. Might be adding a little bit later something else. But you can pretty much go through these playlists on the channel and figure out what's going on. I mean, especially if you're a new follower of the channel, or even a new one who hasn't even subscribed, let alone click that notification icon on the video. You might want to do that now in case you find this channel interesting. If you don't bother subscribing. It's not gonna change here anyway. But this is to give you a little bit of indication of what has been going through for years. Now, this other list which I have been compiling, there are actually 2 lists, and this one featuring reviews is far from being ready. But I'm updating it almost on a daily basis. It features reviews which I have done for Rauta, but also reviews which I have featured on imperiumi.net or impe.fi. Same site, different addresses. And I've decided to include this kind of list because first of all, it helps me to check out once I've done some review in the past, and also kind of a quick link possibility. So in case you rather not go to these kind of lists here, like album reviews, you can pretty much just open this list and you can just go in alphabetical order and see all these reviews here. They will have a band name and album name and label, the genre roughly, and the country of origin and the year. I tried to include the original date, but in the beginning when I was trying to compile this list, we probably might have the date when I was getting the album. So for example, if there was a 2018 reissue of an album that was originally released like 2003, I might have included the date of the reissue, that version I was reviewing. Later on I decided to go with the original year because it makes more sense. And then there is my review score, which I don't feature on the channel, but to give you a little bit of indication what I think about any given album that I reviewed, it's all mentioned here from 1 to 10 respectively. And then there's this review date. I don't know why it's mandatory to have, but I figured to give you a little bit of idea. For example, with these Impe reviews, you will find as old as 2002 links, but with Rauta it obviously starts with 2017. And then there is this link section which features this cool way to just click like, hey, I want to see this 1349 review here. Okay, there's 2 versions. You can read one in Finnish. If you can't read it, you can use Google's translation tools to just give it a go. Or if you want to take a look at the video, it's all here. You can just send the link to your friend you want to tease a little bit and all that stuff. Now, if we scroll this down in a little bit, it goes in alphabetical order in case you're wondering. We can see that there is now roughly 1,550 reviews, and it will be updated more or less daily basis. With the, whenever I get this a new review ready for Rauta, I will include it here. Mostly it says what it is, you know, the links and all that stuff, but sometimes there's TBZ. For example, this youth area review, which I will get to it out next week, I guess, will be updated here, and then there will links appearing. So this is a link, this is a file that gets updated almost on a daily basis. And where you can find it, well, on this video, but also on Rauta's Discord. If you haven't joined yet Rauta's Discord, but you want to chat with me and like-hearted metalheads, just join the Discord server from some chat or whatever, and you will find always this list link there, or you can just bookmark it. And obviously you can just arrange this to your own order in case you want to figure out like what's the best. I'm gonna just, you know, filter this by review scores or by country, or I don't know, whatever genre even. And because this is kind of an Excel sheet kind of a site or page, you can pretty much use the same kind of functions. You can just search for, you know, black metal or band which starts with black or whatever. You know, the basic kind of tools. Obviously, you cannot really make changes to the final list, because if I started giving you rights to edit it, it would be a disaster in a matter of minutes. But anyway, I don't know whether or not you're interested in checking out this list, but in case you are, well, there it is. No need to thank me. More importantly, I recently compiled this list of Rauta's interviews. These I will also update as I progress. And this is also in alphabetical order. There is the artist or band, blah blah blah, genre, country, status. What the hell is status? Done. Which means it's green here. Means that these are already done and published, or already very close to it. Like Oskog is here, just mentioned edited, but technically speaking it's already done, because, well, I just put it online before making this video, and a link will appear here. And then there's this random notes. Well, I don't know why I said links here, because, well, this is the review link, and these links should be including other things, but I don't know if it makes sense to update it, band links or otherwise. And these notes mean whenever it's not available for band or artist, there you will see Jesus Crew at Turku Saatanalle, Turku Saatanalle 7, Turku Saatanalle 8, Tuska 2019, Women in Metal. So different kind of notes in case it's not a band interview. But roughly 87, you know, band interviews. There are a couple of which are not bands exactly, purely, but, well, you get to figure it out if you read it. And then as a new addition, I also started to do this kind of a to-do list, because sometimes you ask me questions like, when this Goat Moon interview will happen? It's mentioned here, Goat Moon, black metal from Finland, agreed to do. That is, it's kind of a green lit to be done, but not yet done. And then we have bands like Badushka here, because someone was like, hey, it would be cool if you would interview these guys. Asked, which means I already contacted one version of the band and asked if they're up for it. And if they're not, I'm just gonna mark it gray and said not interested and move on. And I hope to actually interview both versions of the band. And then there are bands which have already declined, like Behexen, True Black Dawn, Varigrav. And there are others, obviously. And then there are even bands like which are suggested for me to do, but I haven't really get around to do them. So this is also the kind of a to-do work list, a work to-do list in terms of interviews. But these are in separate sections so that they don't really, you know, mess around too much with whatever is done. So this is how it looks in terms of Rauta past 4 years, what's been done, what could be done in the future, and the tools you to find the content. Now, once again, I don't know if this video made any sense to you. If it didn't, well, too bad. Well, we can always sing along, happy birthday to you, in a Rauta fashion. Now, be it as may, off you go to watch some videos, or if not, then do something else. Always go for good music. I hope you find some of these interviews, opinion videos and reviews and other stuff worth liking, worth watching. And of course, always, feedback is more than welcome. Obviously, constructive criticism is better than just trolling around and fucking around in general ways. But you do what you must do. Remember, whatever you do online or in real life gives other people the representation what you are. So if you act like a dick, people will consider you like a dick. Same goes, by the way, in case of being smart and smart. Anyway, that's all. Take care. Rauta checking out. See you soon with more reviews, interviews, and stuff coming your way. Take care.